Hey everybody, it's Bale, and today we will be reviewing or taking a look at the blue Alto from Bandai's new 30-minute missions line. So for those of you that don't know, 30-minute missions is basically Bandai's sort of cheaper alternative version to Gunpla, right? And this thing only cost me like $14, super cheap, totally worth it. I love this little guy. He's way easier to build than, a normal high-grade Gunpla or definitely like a real grade or a master grade. But it's totally awesome. Love the hell out of it. And I don't know, maybe after this review you guys will too and you'll want to pick one up. So for the main unit itself, all that it really comes with is that gun right there and a little Roy, so they call it, that plugs on to the butt flap like that, or not even butt flap, but pegs onto the back like that in any of these little 3mm holes. And actually, okay, so this thing is actually really cool. It uses Bandai's fine build system, right? Which is what you would see in the kits like the Leo or the Maganac or the Wyndham. Actually, hold up, there's one thing I forgot. One little thing, I just gotta find it if it's still in here. Okay, I don't know where it is, but it's supposed to have a little knuckle duster type thing. Actually, hold up, give me one. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, so it also has this little knuckle duster thing, which is really just the base for the melee weapon option sets that it has. As for a size comparison, he's a bit on the short side. Here he is next to our GM. As you can see, he's fairly smaller than that. Ooh! A little bit of behind the scenes trouble right now. Knocking stuff over. Here he is next to my Hyaku Shiki, which I got during this quarantine. I love this guy, by the way. I'll review him eventually. Here he is next to my Ale Strike Gundam, the revive, not the remaster. I gotta review him eventually as well. Here he is next to the Freedom, which I finally got to stand on his own, which is amazing. I love it. I love the Freedom. It's a great kit. And then here he is next to my namesake, the Bale, which, as you can see, doesn't have his backpack on, but that's because I don't like having the backpack on. It just takes up so much space. I'm going to review him eventually, though, too. So, as far as articulation goes, the Alto has quite a lot for what it is. Right, the head can go up about that far, down that far. It's got not a polycap, it's a hard plastic piece, but still a chicken joint. Shoulders can go full 360. They're on a ball joint. Oop, my bad. Yeah, shoulders can go out that far. Give me a second. The shoulders can go out that far. Elbow can bend that far. It's only got one joint, but I like the way it's built. It's got quite a range of movement. Ab crunch is actually really, really good. Go that far, and go that far. Tilt, tilt. You can do a full, 360. Oh, soaking the head, in case you were wondering. Hands are just on a ball joint. They can do everything a ball joint can do. The legs are actually really interesting. Here, let me move the arm out of the way again. So the legs have this little kind of joint, sort of like master grades do, where it swings down. I couldn't find the word for a second. So it swings down like that. It can swing back up. But without that, it can go out that far, back that far, and then that's attached by a ball joint. bend. Yeah, these are a ball joint thing. Do whatever ball joint can do. That's kind of it, really. Oh, but I also got an option set, so I got the long range option set. Comes with shoulder pads and chest plate. Yeah, so as far as swapping it out, all you got to do, pop off the face mask, right, which will leave you with that. Pop on the new one. Pop off the top of the shoulders. Again, pop on the new one. Just both sides. The long range sniper one isn't the most secure out there, but it looks nice. And then just pop off little chest piece, pop it on, and pop on this weird looking shield. And then there you go. You know, I got a long range Alto in blue, which I really like the way this thing looks, but I'm probably going to keep it in its original configuration until I get a second one of these. But yeah, I mean, that's, I wish I could do more with this in this review, but because I only own the one, I can't really show off much of the customization or anything, and it kind of sucks. But as far as the box goes, right, it's got a nice box art and everything, but it's super thin compared to the other, you know, boxes and stuff for like Gunpla or whatever. And I mean, I'm a level with you guys. I got this thing because I was trying to get one of my family members into Gunpla, and so I sent them a link to the black one on Amazon. And I figured I might as well get one for myself too, because we're still in quarantine and I'm bored and I want to build something. And so I ordered this, and I ordered the long range option part set as well. This got here first, then the long range option set got in here a few days ago. And I've been having a blast with it. I absolutely love it. Love all the stuff you can do with it. I plan on getting more in the future. I'm trying to get my brother to get one, actually, because this is the kind of thing I think he would like, even though he doesn't. He says he doesn't like Gunpla, but he only says that because I like Gunpla. Sad, but that's just the truth. One thing I haven't really mentioned is, you know, well, haven't really talked about, but these 3mm holes are, I think they're all over the model. So what Bandai has done, they have different option sets you can get for these guys that you can modify them, you know, and you can modify the weapon too. Basically, the whole thing with these is the whole point of this line is, you know, it's cheap, it's simple, it's fun, but it's also highly customizable. And actually, one feature I didn't show off is this little Roy. It doesn't have really any articulation except for side to side. So you can take this off, pop off this head, and you can put the Roy on there, and it can move. I mean, it looks ridiculous. It's silly, but it's nice. It's charming, you know. One thing I love about this, right, is despite being such a simple and cheap thing, it's sturdy as a rock, right? And this has more detail on it than most of the high grades that I own. More panel lining and everything too, which you can't really see on camera because I use a black marker to panel line everything. This is mostly a dark royal blue but I mean, it's nice, it's great, and this option set is, as you can see, it's not exactly the same blue, but it's pretty damn close. Oh, and yeah, the option set has those 3mm holes all over it too, you can see on here. It's really cool, it's really fun. Oh, one thing I forgot to show off with the leg articulation. If you're wondering if it can do the full splits, yeah, it can. It can do the full splits. And this thing only has like 5 poly caps in it. And I'm trying to remember where they go. It's not in the joints, if I remember correctly. I'm just consulting the manual. Yeah, okay, so the only poly caps in here are balls that go, no, not on there. Right, like that is one of the only poly caps on this thing. So there really aren't a lot of them on here. And it's great, right? It's very minimal on the poly caps. The other 2 are in the chest. I think it's only 2 of them. Yes, there's only 4 of them in there, and they're all in the chest, which is pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I mean, it's such an awesome little model. I cannot wait to buy more of them. And one little cool thing, right, is you can see for the runners, it's all done going from the head down on both runners. It's really cool. It only comes with 3 runners, you know, the 2 of them that make up the main body, and then the 1 runner for the weapons. And as far as like detailing goes, you can see I put a lot of numbering on there. It's all 14 because I couldn't fit 174 on there. That's a lot of numbering stickers. But yeah, I plan to get another one of these in the same color so I can put the long range set on there. And I don't know, hopefully you guys enjoy this review, and hopefully you plan on getting one too now. Because like I said, it's just so much fun. Such an easy build. I mean, they call it 30-minute missions because it's, you know, they're marketed to take like only 30 minutes to build. I'm not gonna, this thing took me like 20, maybe 24. It's real quick. And this is one of the things that once you build one of them, you know how the rest are going to be, and it'll be super quick and super easy, especially once you figure out the layout of the runners. And I can't wait to get more of them. But yeah, this has been Bale Review Shit. This has been my review of the 30-minute missions Alto Blue, and I will see you guys next time. Ciao.